Next Level U Sports has become a very powerful platform in Waterloo Region and beyond when it comes to helping students reach their athletic goals as well as their academic goals. This is Ryan Neceski, who's the head recruiter here at NLU. A great presentation tonight, Ryan. We'll get into that in a minute or two. But first of all, why do you do this, and how much have you enjoyed so far in the 5 years you've been doing this, helping these young athletes achieve their goals?
Honestly, I think the coolest thing is when I get a phone call from Florida Atlantic, as I was saying tonight, Creighton, um, Illinois, and just knowing the joy on the student athlete's face after knowing that I talked to this school and this school now wants them. I think that's the coolest thing. I think just being able to provide those opportunities for those student athletes is just so humbling, and always gratified to do that stuff, and that's why I wake up in the morning.
You're making connections and you're changing lives, and I know you don't realize that sometimes because sometimes you're just going through and doing your job. But one of the things that I've appreciated about our relationship over the years, A, is your honesty, and B, you're a really good communicator, and you're really able to break it down in a way that parents and kids understand exactly what needs to happen in order for them to get to that next level. When I say that to you, what does that mean to you?
What we want to do is just simplify the process. We want to make everything as simple. If you have the accolades athletically, if you have the accolades academically, you should be able to get these opportunities to play at the next level. And sometimes there's a lot of student athletes that just fall through the cracks. And that happens all the time. You see it probably the most out of anyone. And there's so many unbelievable athletes, but without direction for themselves, without directions from the families, it's just a hard process, and it is overwhelming. There's hundreds of schools across Canada and the US, thousands, and just making everything simple for them, I think, is really, really important.
You launched a new website and a new platform here tonight. We'll get into that in a minute. First of all, I just want to pause for a second. We had the opportunity to speak to a few other people who are in attendance here tonight at the Deer Ridge Golf Club about Next Level U Sports, the impact it's had on them. We're going to start with the general manager of the Berlin Sports Group, and that's Gabriel Almada. We'll get back to Ryan here in a minute.
To see him grow the way he has grown and to see him change so many lives of our student athletes in the region has been incredible. I am very proud of him and all he has accomplished so far. And we have an excellent relationship working with Next Level U Sports. And we just can't wait for the future and all that he will continue to bring to the table.
He's doing it for everybody else but himself. Like, even as a co-worker, he's always trying to find the best opportunities for us. And then for the student athletes, it's just trying to fill their dreams, you know. Him going through the pathway himself, he knows kind of what it takes to get to the top. So having the ability to go through the process with the kids, he gets satisfaction from that. So just as such a selfless human being and trying to find success with other people, he's just a great overall guy.
That's just an example and a sample, Ryan, of what people think of you and what you're doing with Next Level U Sports. When you take a look at the platform you launched tonight, give people some details on exactly what it's all about, what you're trying to accomplish. A great presentation showcasing it, but how does it affect parents and players?
So what we wanted to do is make, one, the job for the student athletes easier, and two, for the job for the coaches easier. So from the student athlete's point of view, we want to simplify the whole profile so you can just go on there, make your profile in 5 to 10 minutes, start the process. From the coach's end, we wanted to make it a one-stop shop. Where can I find all the information about a student athlete in one place? And on NLUsports.com, that's where you can find that. You can find their academics, their transcripts, their high schools, their GPAs, their ACT scores, their SAT scores, intro videos, highlight videos. What are they up to? They can now make posts on their profiles, brand their own profiles, do whatever they want with their profiles so that coaches can see everything just in one spot. And I think that was what, when we were talking to different coaches from different universities in Canada and in the US, is that's what they wanted to see, is everything in one spot, that they can access it and be able to just see as much as they can out of the student athlete in one spot.
Are you unique in what you're doing this way specifically, and why do you think NLU has worked? You started with an idea, obviously you hope it grows. You got into a little bit of your backstory tonight when you were speaking to your family, friends, and partners here. Why does it work, and in what ways is this unique to make it successful?
So the reason why it's unique, because we have our own personal connections to these coaches. There's a lot of different recruiting companies out there, but a lot of those recruiting companies give you the resources and tools. When we get into the process, we give you the resources and tools, but we do it with you. So we want to make sure we're helping you with your GPA evaluations, your transcripts, NCAA eligibility, communicating with coaches, what you should and shouldn't say, because that next response that you send to a coach can make or break your opportunity with that school. And believe it or not, we've helped student athletes make an email that all of a sudden they get an offer from that coach from that one email that we helped them generate. And then you have a father that's emailing us after saying that email worked. It did the job. And that expertise and that knowledge of us doing this time and time and again and knowing what coaches are looking for and what they're saying and what the next steps are very, very important. That's what makes it unique, is knowing the ins and outs to this and being here in Canada as well. There's not a lot of different resources here in Canada, like there especially is in the US, where there's academic advisors, athletic advisors, all that sort of stuff. But here in Canada, there's just not as many opportunities and resources.
I love the passion in your voice. You've been a great partner. Most importantly, Ryan, you've been a great friend over the past couple of years. We're really happy to see your continued success. Great job on the platform launch tonight. You can see it at NLUsports.com. Appreciate the time, my friend, and see you soon.
Thank you, Darren. It's been a pleasure.
For more highlights, visit our website, 519sportsonline.ca. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.